Hi everyone. We're going to learn about how to make budget in Excel. I want to do a very simple spreadsheet, go over some very basic functionality of Microsoft Excel, and I thought we could do that just by creating a budget. Everyone makes money, everybody spends money. The money you bring in, that's your revenue. What you spend, of course, that's your cost. So let's do a very simple budget just to plan things out. I'm going to make up some numbers. If you want to plug in your numbers, that's fine. But let's do with the income. The income you get from the salary or from self-employment, or we might say from pension. But here, let's say from the salary. Of course, whenever you receive your salary into your account, you have to pay taxes. So we are going to add it here as well. You might put some other things also here. For example, you might want to consider is some sort of medical. Next, maybe you have a dental that gets pulled out. So, we added dental here as well. In addition, some people do their savings as well. I'm going to make up salary here, let's say, $40,000. Taxes in here, for example, $5,000. Let's say $2,000 for medical and $1,000 for dental. And at the last, let's say $5,000 for savings. The last but not least, if you want your net income, we'll type in our net income. There is a formula to calculate the net income. I do not want anyone to pull out a calculator or their phone to work out what this is. Remember, at the heart of it, Excel is a calculator. You can go equals, click on the salary, and then you could do this a couple of ways, but for the first time, let's just see it in action here. You can subtract off your taxes, you can subtract off your medical, you can subtract off your dental, you can subtract off of your savings. Hit enter when you're ready. It is a nice formula. So you can see all the pieces in motion here, but this is your salary, and then it comes off the top, and what you're left with at the end of the day, and again, this is yearly. Instead of $40,000, you're actually taking home $27,000. Great. Now I have my net income, and now I can start to plan my expenses. Just remember, some people go across the page, I'm just going to go down. So, let's look at expenses. Again, this is going to vary significantly by person to person, so maybe you're just a young person starting off in your career. Or maybe you are living by yourself, or you have a roommate, which makes things a little cheaper. Maybe you're a little more advanced in your career, and you have several children, or pets, or who knows what that are eating into your expenses. Then what else? We probably want to eat in this apartment. Food depends upon yourself. Do you eat cheap? Or do you want steak and lobster for every meal? Who knows? Other things that you might want to pay also. Perhaps you have a car or transportation. Maybe you buy stuff for the apartment. If you guess that the apartment doesn't come furnished, and you probably want to buy some plates and forks or broom. Or whatever, toilet paper, that sounds important. So you have your food, you have a car, you have your travel. Maybe you have a pet. Maybe you don't. If you don't, of course, you'd leave this as zero. Maybe you want to buy some gifts for the family. Maybe you want to have some personal savings that you just want us to pay. Maybe you have some loan that you have to pay off. Who knows? I'm at the bottom of the screen, so I made my list. Again, I'm going to totally make up numbers here for no good reason and just put in some numbers. Rent, for example, maybe $5,000. For food, I am going to put in $1,000. Either you have your own personal car or you commute by using public transport, no matters what, but I am going to add round about $1,000. For other items such as household items, for example toilet paper or other stuff like that, I am going to add $500. I have a cat, so let's assume $200 for the pet's food or for its medical. I usually spend $500 over the gifts to purchase because I like exchanging gifts among family members and friends. Last but not least, I pay back $5,000 on loan if I have some debt, for example. Who knows? So you have the whole list, and you can imagine this goes on and on, but the point of it is let's make it pretty. So I have my list. So now it's the time to calculate the total expenses. I'm going to use a formula, and I'm going to tell Excel to add them all up for me. You type equals sum. You open the parenthesis and then you highlight what you want. Now, this is called the range. I'm highlighting B12 to B18 on my screen. I close the parentheses, and I hit enter. Once in a while, it yells at you. Just check if you're getting an error, make sure that you close the parentheses. Here, I have my total expenses, $13,200. So what's the last piece we need? We have our income, we have our expenses, and last but not least, we want our profit. This, of course, is going to be, when we go to the business side of things, we're going to call it profit for us. This is going to be our total savings, so our net savings at the end of the day. So what I want to do, I want to take my income minus my expenses, and what happens now is there's a minus sign in front of the number. So here, I have net savings of $13,800. This is where we play around with it, and I just want to show you the beauty of Excel, if you're new to it a little bit. One more thing that I want to do, I want to make a beautiful spreadsheet. I will do a little formatting. First of all, I will do a formatting for all the numbers. We need to go to the number tab, and from the drop-down list we will select the currency. So here you can see the dollar sign with all numbers with 2 decimals. If you want to remove the decimals, again go the number tab, and over here you can the option of decrease decimals. Click it 2 times in order to remove the decimals of 2. Next, we will make the bold setting for some important information. So here comes income, click the B icon over font tab. Here is net income, next to the expenses, then total expenses, and in the end, here is the net savings. We are going to make their values also bold. Next, we want our heading in a nice look, so we will create a beautiful heading. What we are going to do is that we will choose a beautiful but one of the formal style of heading. We will go to the Style tab and choose the heading style from the cell styles. So here we go. In order to set the alignment, we will merge it and make its position in the center. It looks nice now. But wait a moment. We can do little more formatting in order to make our budget spreadsheet more beautiful and authentic. We will add 2 new columns in the start. For this purpose you may copy all the data and paste it into the next 2 columns. But we are not going to do like that. We will select all the data, then right-click, then choose the option, Insert. Select the option, Entire Column, and click OK. Next, we are going to add border to make it look little authentic. So, here is our budget. If you found this video informative, like this video, do comment and share this video with others. And do not forget to subscribe our channel. I'll see you next time.